We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Just beating the play clock is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well. Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run once more with McKinnon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Here's McKinnon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
To throw on second down is Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers.
Come on now. Do something. Do something.
Now a play fake here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on second down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Go ahead.
They run it with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Move it up, guys.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let him get anywhere and made him kick the ball.
And he loses the football a second time. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Everyone's got 4 down. Go ahead.
McKinnon. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gun. Great.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he gets it to Funchess complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Being chased, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Play action. Now Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10, Newton again. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Toss play to McKinnon. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Give him 7 on the play. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's Dante Pettis on the return, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
And that's caught inside the 30. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. And even 50 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And a good run as he manages 7 yards now to the 17.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And, he took it in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on second down. Dancing to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play.
Here we go. Great. Hey, boys, got four down. Gun. Check.
On second down, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Newton on first down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. To the air again, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Throwing again is Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. To throw is Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
I got you.
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Carolina getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Single. 180. 180.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 59 yards. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it.